The eminent Islamic scholar, Maulana Syed Abul Hasan Ali Nadwi, may Allah's mercy be upon him, the president of the All India Muslim Personal Law Board, the founder of the global Rabita-e-Adab-e-Islami, the author of more than 500 books in numerous languages, the Islamic thinker Maulana Syed Abul Hasan Ali Nadwi, famously known as Ali Miyan. He is a colossal figure in the Islamic world, whose academic and literary research and prolific writings and the sheer magnitude of his greatness are revered and acknowledged even today across the Arab and non-Arab lands. Now, a thinker, a sagacious planner, a reformer, a leader, a literateur, an eloquent orator, an author, a personality of lofty thought and profound contemplation, possessing extraordinary and multifaceted endeavors, and along with being endowed with immense scholarly and distinguished religious qualities, your academic. The scope of religious, spiritual and literary services is extremely vast. Maulana Syed Abul Hasan Ali Nadwi is one of those few truly great personalities of the Islamic world in the 20th century, from whose profound and lasting contributions the Muslim Ummah can never be absolved or free. A personality who, while embodying within themselves qualities like profound knowledge, spiritual grace, unwavering integrity, deep contemplation, sincere piety, divine consciousness, inner joy, perfect moderation and complete balance, was also constantly absorbed in the welfare and concerns of the entire Ummah, whose restless heart harbored an intense longing for every corner of the Islamic world. He was born on December 5th, 1914 in the city of Rae-Bareli, India. His name is Ali and his kunyat is Abul Hasan. Your esteemed father, Syed Abdul Hai, was a profound and influential religious scholar of his time. He authored an extensive 8-volume Arabic biographical encyclopedia, a monumental work that meticulously details the life histories of more than 5,000 prominent scholars and distinguished authors from the Indian subcontinent. You are ancestrally linked to Rae-Bareli's renowned Syed Ahmed Shahid family. You received your early education at home and became an orphan at a young age. So, under the care of your elder brother, Dr. Syed Abdul Ali, and your revered mother's supervision, you received your education and upbringing. Following this, he initiated his education in Arabic, Persian and Urdu languages. Ali Miyan, to pursue higher education, sought out prominent Islamic scholars in the renowned seminaries situated in Lucknow, and from them he acquired a certificate of distinction in Islamic sciences. Having completed your education from Nadwatul Ulama Lucknow and Darul Ulum Deoband, you were appointed to the esteemed position of a teacher of Arabic literature and Tafsir-e-Hadith at Nadwatul Ulama Lucknow, remarkably, at the young age of just 20. In the capacity of a teacher at Darul Nadwatul Ulama, during the commencement of his academic career, while shouldering the responsibilities of the most crucial positions at Darul Nadwa, when he was appointed as the Nazim of Nadwatul Ulama, he not only infused a fresh spirit into the institution, but also into Nadwatul Ulama itself. It was always kept safe from becoming a political arena. Rather, the institution was prioritized over family and political interests, so that this historic shrine, united, could always serve the religion of Islam. Kamal remained engaged in providing fatwa services. During this period, your articles in Arabic began to be published in prominent journals and magazines from Egypt and other countries. You authored hundreds of scholarly, literary and historical books, and you played a fundamental role in introducing Allama Muhammad Iqbal, the poet of Islam, to the Arab world. Allama Muhammad Iqbal's personality and poetry were written about in such an eloquent Arabic language, in such a beautiful style, that the Arab world also became captivated by Allama Iqbal. During a distinguished gathering of renowned literary figures and scholars from Iraq, Syria, Egypt and various other nations, it was emphatically declared that upon immersing ourselves in the profound writings of Syed Abul Hasan Ali Nadwi, we profoundly feel that Iqbal has truly come alive for us in the present day. Maulana Ali Miyan Nadwi, besides being a great interpreter of Islamic sciences and arts, especially Islamic history, was also a master of Urdu language and literature. Allah Almighty had blessed him with a significant share of understanding, eloquence, wisdom and insight. Therefore, he used his pen and tongue to present religion and Sharia in a manner that aligned with the demands and psychological needs of the contemporary era. Wherever they went in the world, they would convey Islam's message to people from the depths of their hearts. Especially in the Arab world and Islamic nations, they reminded people that thanks to the message originating from your land, our forefathers brought Islam to India, and today, while we are paying the price for bringing Islam, you are lost in slumber. He introduced the Arabs to the Islamic history of India through his writings and speeches, doing so with such exceptional skill that no one else had been able to accomplish this before him. He was the only Indian of our era who addressed Arabs in their own language and accent without any hesitation or feeling of inferiority, and spoke and wrote such eloquent Arabic that even the Arabs themselves would become completely captivated by its charm. Whether the Islamic thinker addressed the public, conversed with students, shared his heart with scholars, or advised rulers, he believed in holding up a mirror to everyone rather than just preaching. He possessed deep insight on national and global scales. He stayed away from active politics, but he was always restless, driven by love for his homeland, its prosperity and progress. They teach the lesson of turning to the Quran and Sunnah for resolving the difficulties, problems and adversities encountered in transforming the chasm of hatred into love and affection, and they consider sincerity as the key to success and strong conviction in faith as its guarantee. In the words of Mufti Muhammad Zahur Nadwi, he, may Allah's boundless mercy be upon him, was a truly exquisite blend of the ancient and the contemporary, a vibrant, living and enduring embodiment of Nadwatul Ulama's profound vision. At times he was calling out to the Arabs, striving to free them from the snare of nationalism, and at other times, by raising his voice on crucial matters, he was presenting Islamic thoughts, concepts and teachings in fresh, untouched styles. Maulana was a life's treasure for the community. He was a refuge for everyone, both common folk and the elite. Simplicity was his way of life. They were mountains of unwavering resolve and steadfastness. Their exalted glory and eminence had no equal. They were truly pious, ascetic, and completely detached from worldly desires. They were universally accepted and deeply respected by every single school of thought. They awoken the Muslims from their deep slumber of negligence and unawareness, eliminated the differences regarding the matter, and laid the foundation for peace, unity, and the message of humanity. He fought the era's evils with falsehood. Your presence was a highly respected figure. You were a bulwark, a check against the torrent. The scholarly treasure you left is not the work of one person, but of an academy. By providing scholarly, intellectual, and religious guidance to the Muslim community of India, you also enlightened the entire Islamic world with your profound thought. In several crucial and sensitive matters, he reminded the Arabs of their rightful position and showed the Arab rulers the straight path. Among the youth and the intellectual class, he re-established the trust and confidence in Islam and Muslims that had been severely shaken. Additionally, His Holiness rose above sectarian and ideological boundaries, bridging distances and eliminating divisions. He fostered closeness and restored relations. His personality was not only characterized by righteousness, courage, and outspokenness, but also by profound foresight and deep insight. Living examples of this include his strong opposition to the Shabano case, the Uniform Civil Code, and Vande Mataram, which ultimately compelled the government of India to concede and yield to his stance. This has no parallel. In India, the Shia-Sunni conflicts were not only seen as a festering wound in the Ummah's bond, but they also remained at the forefront and concerned about its remedy. Through the movement for the message of humanity, he promoted Hindu-Muslim unity and communal harmony, and due to his practical deeds, he held distinguished positions in numerous international institutions and organizations, both nationally and abroad, throughout his life. He was elected as the very first president of the World Islamic Literature Association. When the Department of Islamic Studies was established at the prestigious Oxford University, the attention and choice of the entire world then focused on Maulana, and he truly graced and brought immense honor to this esteemed presidential chair. The Kaaba, which stands as the very first sacred, pure and blessed house on the face of the earth, specifically built for the worship of the Almighty God, possesses innumerable virtues, abundant blessings, and numerous signs of divine guidance. You were the one in your country who, on December 18, 1997, in the presence of scholars from Arab and non-Arab lands, was presented with the key to the Kaaba. With your blessed hands you opened its door and were the very first to enter the Kaaba. You undertook countless journeys to many nations. To whichever country you traveled, not just the prominent scholars of that land, but also the leaders of the nation, regarded your presence and a meeting with you as a great honor and a blessing for themselves. He was a member and patron of dozens of organizations and institutions, including Rabita-e-Adab-e-Islami. He was also the founder and patron of the Global Organization of Islamic Writers, Rabita-e-Adab-e-Islami, which is actively working to promote Islamic literature and unite and organize Muslim writers on this platform worldwide. You were afforded the opportunity to assume key responsibilities in major universities across Arab, Ajam and Europe, and consequently, historians were compelled to recognize you as a thinker of Islam and a caller to Islam. In recognition of your distinguished and brilliant services, you were bestowed with numerous prestigious awards and honors, among which, notably, from Saudi Arabia in the year 1980, the International King Faisal Award for Service to Islam and the Da'i-e-Islam Award stand out as foremost. While all your works are thought-provoking and highly informative, one of your extremely famous books, which was translated into numerous languages, was published under the title The Impact of the Rise and Fall of Muslims on Human Civilization. It achieved immense popularity, and through its influence, countless people's lives were transformed. In addition to this, in your well-known book, Maulana Ilyas and His Religious Call, Qadianism, A Study and Review, Building Humanity, The Office of Prophethood and its Global Bearers, Al-Murtaza, The Impact of the Rise and Fall of Muslims on the Human World, the profound contributions and lasting impact of Islam on civilization and culture, the 15th Hijri century, viewed through the lens of both past and present, the fundamental role of Hadith in the formation of the Islamic temperament, the greatest benefactor of all humanity, the conflict between faith and materialism, the fundamental and universal needs of the Muslim world, the miraculous method of propagation and invitation, the clash between Islamism and Westernization in Muslim countries, understanding and explaining religion in the present era, women and the service of faith. From the Kabul River to the Yarmouk River, the divine revelations of the Quran. The history of the call to faith and its grandeur from your home to the house of Allah. Two contrasting pictures, gift of Pakistan, gift of Kashmir, gift of Tokan, gift of Burma, an introduction to Islam, old lamps, and imprints of Iqbal. On December 31st, 1999, a Friday, while reciting the Holy Quran in Raebareli, he passed away to meet his true Lord. May Allah Almighty bestow countless blessings upon your grave. Grant the great thinker of Islam a place in the highest ranks of Janatul Firdaus. Fill his grave with divine light. May peace and security prevail throughout the entire Islamic world and protect the Arabic madrasas. Amen.